Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Vijayendra Singh Tawar, Associate Professor in English. Presently, I have been posted at Government College, Guda. In the series of video lecture, which is prepared by me, today's video is meant for the students of BA Part First, Subject English Literature, Paper First, and the topic on which we are going to discuss is a poem composed by John Dryden entitled A Song for Saint Cecilia's Day. As I told you in the first video, but two Hindis over the three videos, we can see this is the longest poem which is prescribed in your syllabus. So this part second, and we are talking about the explanation of the poem in this part. This part covers from line 33 to the end, that is up to 63. As it is our, you can say, it is our, you can say, power. It is our custom to know something about the poet before we do explanation. So let us talk about the poet. The poet is John Dryden, a very famous poet. He was born in 1631 and died in 1700. About John Dryden's lifespan, we can say that he was a well-established poet or a literary personality of that period, which is known as Restoration period. Let me tell you one thing, that is in England, nowadays there is a monarchy, there is democracy, but from 1648 to 1660, there was no monarchy. King was Charles I in 1648 and he was captured and he was hanged. And for 12 years, there was no king in England. During that period, people suffer and Milton became a very important person. We have talked about, we read about or discussed Milton's poem on his blindness. In 1660, people again compelled the government to re-establish kingdom, that is monarchy. And Charles II was made the king of England in 1660. So the period of 1660 and up to the period when Charles II ruled, 1688, this period is known as Restoration period. John Dryden was the, you can say, most important literary personality of that period. He was not only a poet, he was a literary critic, translator, playwright, and moreover he was appointed England's first poet laureate in 1668. He was such a great personality of that era that that period is also known as Age of Dryden. As he was an all-rounder, in one of his critical work entitled An Essay of Dramatic Poesy, he wrote, every age has a kind of universal genius. Means in every age there is some person who writes or does or gives or speaks such thing which becomes universal, which is respected and believed by all the people. And this was true of Dryden than any other writer in any other age. One more thing about Dryden is that he stands between two different ages, age of Milton and the age of Pope. And he serves as a transition from one to the other. What kind of changes were coming into the society, we can see in his works. Now let us come to the poem. The poem is, as the title says, it is an ode and it is addressed to Saint Cecilia. So first thing is we should know about Saint Cecilia. Saint Cecilia was a Christian martyr, means a person who sacrificed her life for the sake of Christian religion. And she died at Rome in 230 AD. Means she was given death punishment in 230 AD. She is said to have been forced to marry in spite of her vows of celibacy. She decided that she will remain unmarried and serve the society, but her father and society compelled her that she was married. After marriage, she convinced her husband that she should not be touched by him, and her husband believed in her, and he also converted himself to Christianity. The result was both suffered martyrdom in 230 AD. Another important feature or for which Saint Cecilia is known is that she was a skillful musician. The fame of her deep passion for sacred music and her musical skill perhaps gave rise to the belief that she had invented the grand instrument of church music, namely the organ. Tradition has it the spotless purity of Saint Cecilia's drew down to earth an angel who was to be her heavenly protector. This theme was exquisitely painted by Italian artists, among others by Raphael. Dryden in this poem has altered, that is, changed the tradition to suit his own purpose. According to Dryden, the angel was attracted down to earth by the power of Saint Cecilia's sweet music. Let me explain something. When Cecilia was married, she told her husband that she should not be touched. If he will try to touch her, her angel will kill him. When her husband asked that he wanted to see the angel, it is said that after some kind of ceremonies, he was convinced or he saw an angel standing by the side of Cecilia. As the title shows, this poem was written in honor of Saint Cecilia, who is regarded as the patron saint of music. The subject of the poem is the power of music, more especially the power of music produced by Cecilia from the church organ which she had invented. In this poem, it is shown that music is very powerful, and the poet has gone to the extent of saying that this universal framework came into existence by the power of music. The poem creates a powerful impression upon our minds regarding the miracles that can be performed by music. This poem is regarded as one of Dryden's creditable achievements. Very praiseworthy, which is not criticized too much. Now let us come to the explanation. In the part first, that is the part of another video, which contained the explanation of line from 1 to 32, we came to know that the poet believes that this universe was created by the power of music, and the second thing was music has the power to create all kinds of feelings in the human heart. It can calm down and it can produce all kinds of feeling in human heart. Now, in this stanza, the soft complaining flute. Flute is a musical instrument. The poet says, complaining, low sound that seems to complain about somebody. The music produced by the flute is soft and full of complaints. In the dying notes, means very slow tunes that disappear slowly. Discourse means is displayed. The ooze means sorrows, pains of hopeless lovers. Hopeless lovers who have lost all kinds of hope that they will get success in their life. The idea is the music of the flute is soft, and in soft music, the hopeless lover express their sorrows and pains of their heart. Whose dirge funeral song, a song sung on the death of a person, is whispered, means produced in slow voice. The warbling singing like a bird. Lute is another musical instrument named veena. So another thing that whose means hope lovers, hopeless lovers who have lost all kinds of hopes and their love is almost dead. The poet says the death of the love of the hopeless lovers is best sung by the slow or low voice produced by the lute singing like a bird. Now another musical instrument, sharp violins proclaim. Violin, another musical instrument, sharp means shrill. Proclaim, announce. The music produced by the violin is sharp and it announces. What it announces? They are jealous. There means of hopeless lovers. Jealous feeling of envy, pangs, pain, and desperation. A state of despair, typically one which results in rash or extreme behavior when person can do anything. That kind of feeling. Fury, anger, frantic, distractful, with fear, anxiety, or other emotions. Indignation, anger, annoyance, particularly caused by the unfair treatment. These kind of feeling, these are all negative emotions. They can be expressed by the music of violin. And another quality of lovers, depth of pains, whether they are really hurt up to the inner soul or they are just at the surface level hurt. The height of passion, the same thing. This can be also expressed by the feeling of, so by the music of violin. For the fair but beautiful, disdainful, hateful, dame, the lady or rebel lady, the name as you give title used in front of a woman's name that is given in Britain as a special honor usually for valuable work done over a long period, a woman having this honor. This is a beautiful woman, you can see, honorable woman. And if she is not responding to the lover's appeal, the feeling of pain and the height of passion can be expressed by the music of violin. So we have seen that there are many musical instruments which have been mentioned by the poet. The first of all, jubals, chorded cell, then trumpet, then drum, then flute, then lute, and now violin. This is the knowledge of the poet. Now we are the first time in the poem coming to the real subject of the poem. That is, we are indirectly referring to the music of our main, you can say, main theme, Saint Cecilia's music. But oh, is exclaimed and says, what art can teach? Means there is no art which can teach what human voice can reach. Means there is no human voice. That is, there are singers whose voice is very sweet. We can say, Mr. For example, if say Lata Mangeshkar, Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, etc. No human voice, no art. The sacred organs play. Sacred organ, holy organ, music instrument produced or invented by Saint Cecilia. What the poet wants to say, that the music produced by Saint Cecilia's organ, church organ, is very sacred or holy. We have neither any art nor any human voice which can adequately praise church organ or this musical instrument. Why? Notes inspiring holy love. It produces music, tunes which inspire love for God in the heart of the listeners. Notes that wing their heavenly ways. The tune which goes up and up in the sky, heavenly, that is towards heaven. To amendments to improve the choir group singer. Here it above in the heaven. That in the heaven there were group singers who were singing musical songs in honor of, in praise of God. Suddenly, the music produced by the mouth or church organ reached into the heaven, and these angels then heard it. They found that it is of superior quality to that of their quality, and they bring changes in their music. Or the music of the church organ was better than the music of angels. Now another structure. Now he says Orpheus. Orpheus, a great musician and singer of Greek mythology, could lead the savage race of wild animals. About Orpheus, it is said that he was such a wonderful musician and singer that when he used to sing, wild animals, say lion, deer, buffalo, these animals used to follow him. And trees unrooted, means uprooted, left their place. The trees got out from the earth and started following him. Squacius of the lyre, so inclined to follow the lyre, the musical instrument of Orpheus. When Orpheus used to play on his musical instrument lyre, it produced such a sweet and attractive music that even all the wild animals and trees, they used to get out of their places and used to follow the music produced by the great musician Orpheus. But bride Cecilia, bride is skillful. Cecilia raised the wonder. She did something more wonderful than Orpheus, or her achievement was greater than that of Orpheus. When to her organ, that is a musical instrument, vocal breath was given, was played on, where voice was given. An angel heard, an angel who was walking in the sky, heard the music of that mouth organ, and straight appeared, mistaking earth for heaven. Straightly he came on the earth. He thought that this music was coming from heaven. The idea is Orpheus could impress only wild animals and trees. The music of Cecilia was of better quality than Orpheus because she could impress even angels. Now the last stanza, grand chorus, that is which is sung in group. All the singers now sing. As from the power of sacred lays, sacred holy lays songs. The poet refers to the beginning when all the nature was in the form of atoms, of jarring atoms, of opposite quality of atoms. That when musical songs were produced or were sung, the spheres began to move. The planets, they started moving into their direction, their prescribed path. The idea is by the power of music, the universe came into existence and the planet were allotted an orbit and they started moving by the power of music into their respective path. And sung the great creator's praise. And all of them were, while they were moving, they were on their smooth path, they were producing sweet music in the praise of God. To all the blessed above, all the blessed angels, all the angels were producing the same kind of music so that the universe came into existence. In other words, all were happy and angels produced that music. They were giving blessing to all the universal creatures. In a word, the music produced the universe. This, the creative power of music was seen by the power of music, and everything was created by the power of music. So, in the same way, when the last and dreadful hour, last and dreadful doomsday, the last day of judgment, when the day of judgment will come, this crumbling, breaking into small pieces, present, universe shall devour and the same thing will happen. The universe will break into small pieces and come to an end. But to happen, the trumpet shall be heard on high. It is said that God Gabriel will speak or will produce music by the trumpet, and that music will create the, you can say, chaos in the universe, and everything will be finished. The dead shall live. The dead people, it is believed that who are buried in the graves, they will get up and God will give judgment on their deeds of the life. The living die and all the living people will die. That is the doomsday, day of judgment, or we can say everything will come to an end. And music shall untune the sky. And the same music, that is music produced by God, Gabriel, will create confusion in the sky. The idea is, just as music had the power of creation, the same way music had the power of destruction. This universe was created by the power of music, and it will be destroyed by the power of music. Thank you very